Hello Fusion Leapers, heading off to Costa Rica and Mexico on the 23rd. Time is ticking, you are nearly there. So my name is Millie. I know I've spoken to many of you over the last few months, getting you organised and moving you from one programme to the other. I thank you all actually for being so super flexible with this trip. And I know the Namibians gutting, but you are going to love everything that Costa Rica and Mexico give you. So you will, and you are going to have an awesome summer. So I put this little video together just to help you get organised. Lots of questions are beginning to come in, so hopefully this will just kind of give you the answers that you need. So grab a cup of tea, have a sitty downy, pen and paper, and let's get going. Okay, starting with your itinerary. Now, I have attached to this email and uploaded into My Leap the latest itinerary of Costa Rica and Mexico in the order that we're going to do it. And there's reasons why we're doing it in this order. So Costa Rica, you're going to land. You're all going to be picked up from the airport, taken straight to the our favourite place in the Rosa of America Little Hotel, just 20 minutes from the airport. That's where you're going to have your first night. Meet everyone, make friends, and get organised and try and have some sleep. The key is not to sleep on the plane. Just watch those movies. Do not go to sleep on the plane. You are, is it 6 or 7 hours behind? It always seems to be changing. But the jet lag is going to nail you in that first week. So the key is that you're going to be busy. So you're going to leave from San Jose. You're going to go straight to the cloud forest. There you're going to have a few days. You're going to be trekking, zip wiring, doing everything that you need to do there to, explore and see this most sensational place. Now it's quite chilly up there in the cloud forest, so you will need to pack a pair of trousers and one jumper and one sweatshirt, hoodie, and a waterproof jacket. Okay, really thin, waterproof, nothing fancy, because it can rain in the cloud forest. From the cloud forest, you're then going to go straight down, and the temperature is going to go right up, rocketing up as you descend, and you're going to go straight to the turtle sanctuary at Serenas, which is utter heaven. It's one of my favourite places in the entire world. That is where you're going to learn all about the turtles, the threats to them, but also it's a very, very dynamic place. It's run by gorgeous people. It's all about creating a sustainable, holistic lifestyle. They grow their own food, chickens, everything, and feed the whole community. So you'll see a very simple lifestyle project in what they do, and you'll be part of it and you'll love it. The scenery, everything is beautiful. From there, you then go round to Santa Teresa, to Chris, who is our partner. It's his home, and it's a kind of fab home. It can take up to about 35 volunteers at any one time. It's got a little pool, lots of little bungalows where you will sleep. You are 8 in a room, in bunk beds, 4 bunk beds, so it is a bit of a squish. So it is what it is, but it's extremely nice and comfortable, delicious food. But the feedback is that there's on all these adventures, there's nowhere to kind of unpack. Okay, there's no drawers you can and unleash and unload everything in your rucksack. So one of the top tips from this group is packing cubes. Those that had packing cubes were the envy of everybody else, because they could just access labelled packing cubes. Mums, you know what to do. Label them. So I never label mine. I spend my entire life looking in every cube and get lost and get bored of them. But if you're organised, packing cubes are the way to go. So that is your itinerary. So you start in the cloud forest, then you go to Serenas, then you go to Santa Teresa, then you go back up to San Jose, and then you fly to Mexico. Chris has just got back from his whirlwind tour of Mexico to sort it out from you, and he is really excited, and he is going to be escorting you with Melly, so you're going to have a great team. It's going to feel like a real adventure. He is taking you into Guatemala City, because he says you have got to see the old town of not Guatemala City, what am I talking about? Mexico City. So he's going to take you for a couple of nights there to explore and to see everything in all its glory. There's amazing, he said it's the 3 A's, anthropology, architecture and art. And there is loads to see. Then you're going to go further north to San Miguel, which is one of those shabby chic, uber cool Mexican cities. He's got the accommodation in both places is going to be a mix of funky little hostels and a colonial house, which he is going, I can't remember in which place, I think it's in San Miguel. You've got the colonial house right in the old town, surrounded by cool bars, cool architecture, gorgeous looking people, and he just says you are going to love it. But typical Chris, he's not going to just keep you on the tourist trail. He's found you little projects to work with, communities to meet, street art mural project, and taking you out to the hot springs and to some amazing Mayan ruins. So it is a whirlwind tour in Mexico, so just brace yourself for that. Take some comfy trainers and just go with it. But Chris is excited about it, and let me tell you, if he's happy, everyone's going to be happy. And just, I know some of you have said to me, oh my God, is it guided? Is it going to be like a kind of school trip? No, it's not. When you meet Chris and Melly, you will realise he is not a teacher type. He's more of an eccentric, reprobate uncle. Parents, highly responsible, but you will love him. You'll love his wild, crazy energy. He looks like an aging rock star. So just trust me. Okay, so that's your itinerary. More details all broken up in the document attached. Kit. Look in your My Leap. There is a kit list in there of everything that you need to take. Okay, so I've mentioned before, just taking something kind of warmish for the cloud forest, but then you're going to be really hot and sweaty down at the beach. And when you're in Mexico, you just want kind of nice, as if you're going, to any city. It's gorgeous. Girls, you probably want kind of nice little dresses. It's funky and stylish. So just bung a couple of nice things. But you will wear those nice things when you're in Santa Teresa, because again, that's a funky and stylish, beachy, cool surfing place. So when you go out in the evenings, you'll want to feel nice. So pop a couple of nice things in. But more importantly, on the nitty gritty, I would recommend that you take a rucksack, because it's easier to, whack on your back. You're moving from 3 places, 4 places, 5 places. So it's just so much easier. Don't take one of those hard suitcases on wheels. You don't look the part, trust me. But more importantly, a water bottle. You'd be amazed how many people forget a water bottle. I mean, seriously. A water bottle, a hat, a dry bag, a little, dry bag that size for when you're on the beach to protect your phone. Talking of phones, oh my God, you'd be amazed how many people lose their phone. Please, every family has a drawer full of old, knackered, redundant iPhones. Please put a couple in your bag, because unlocked. So if you do drop your phone, you can just, charge up an old one and get it sorted. So remember to take all your passwords, have them written down somewhere else or at home where you can just easily fire up another phone. Money. Okay, brace yourself. Costa Rica is expensive, and Mexico is slightly less expensive, but you are in the main cities, so you are going to be eating out in the evenings for about kind of $10, whereas in Costa Rica you could be eating out from anything from $10 to $25. You've just got to be canny with where you choose to eat. In Costa Rica, when you're in Monteverde and at Santa Teresa, 2 meals are included. The third meal, the evening meal in Santa Teresa and in Monteverde, they're not. Give you the freedom to go out. And there's amazing places to go out. In Monteverde, I would be looking for the little sodas, which are these local Costa Rican restaurants, so much cheaper and really local and fab, and you'll be directed to those. When you're in Santa Teresa, you've got everything. George Clooney's got a house there, so it just puts it in perspective. You've got London-priced sushi restaurants, and you've got the sodas, and you've got everything in between. So you've just got to be careful and, choose well. You can also go to the supermarket and buy some food and cook it in Chris's house. So, you know, I don't want anybody to say, oh my God, I'm completely overspent, because yes, you can go and spend 10 quid on a cocktail, or you can go and spend a couple of quid on a beer. So make the right choice. There are ATMs. So people say, what currency do I take out? There are ATMs in Costa Rica and in Mexico. So use those to get your local currency out. Don't try and get local currency out at home. But take, say, $100 cash on you. So you've got that just in case something goes wrong, either at the airport, or you just need cash. You've just got it before you get to the ATM. In Costa Rica, you can pay for things on in dollars, but they always give you the change back in the local currency, and it really plays with your head, unless you're really, really good at maths, you know, to check that you haven't been diddled out. So the ATMs, they take the debit card, they take the credit card. Now, I always said to people, take a Monzo and Revolut, or a Revolut. And then there was feedback from the last group saying the Monzo wasn't working. So if you're expecting to date Monzo or Revolut, do take a backup debit card. For some reason in the last group, their Monzos weren't working, which was most odd. Health, okay, the risks to you. COVID, everyone's favourite. Hopefully everyone's had COVID by now, and if not, in the last 10 days before you go, sit tight, don't go anywhere, so you don't fail the PCR test to get on the plane. That would be really unlucky. We will do our best, of course, to protect you, but as you know, it is everywhere, and you can catch it from going into the supermarket. But when you are in Costa Rica, we do want you to kind of treat it like a bubble, so you are the bubble looking in and not out. When Chris says, please don't go to these bars, this is, moving on from COVID to the risk. In Santa Teresa, there is one part of town which is just best to be avoided. Got lots of unsavoury types going to unsavoury places. There is a curfew from 9 till 5 at the moment. There is talk, and it might have been lifted by the time you go there, because their COVID rate has come right down. So everyone is relaxing off that curfew. But if Chris says, please don't go to a bar called the Laura Bar, please don't go. It's a nightmare. It's really, really not a nice place to be. There are drugs, that all kind of around. You're in Central America, and you do look like you are tourists, fresh-faced off the plane. So you are going to be targeted, especially when you're just wandering around the beaches in Santa Teresa. And Chris will go through all this with you. You just gotta say no. They're very harmless, but you've just got to say no. Anybody that is caught doing drugs on our program, I'm afraid, is asked to leave immediately. That's it. Off you go. We're just not having that type of we're just not going there. So you've been warned. Illnesses, the biggest threat to you when you're down at the coast at Serenas and at Santa Teresa, because of the heat and humidity. So you've come from home, gone into the cloud forest, which is really easy to manage because it's cool and non-humid. When you hit that humidity, dehydration is something that you've got to be very mindful of. So you've got to drink a lot of water, and if you've got dehydration, the rehydration salts, then that's something worth packing in your bag. Cuts as well, especially at the beach. A very simple cut can get infected very, very quickly. So please keep an eye on cuts. Show them to Melly and the staff at Jaquera, the guides, and they will deal with it. And if they think it needs looking at, they'll whip you to the doctor very, very quickly. Weird and wonderful questions that come in. Okay, washing. Where am I going to do my washing? Well, take some travel wash and wash your underwear just in the shower, and it kind of dries overnight. But when you're at Santa Teresa, there is a laundry service, or you could do it yourself. I think it's like budget $10 a week for doing a load of washing. Post, if you lose anything or you lose your phone, you are not going to, parents, send anything to Costa Rica. It does not get there, it gets stolen, it gets huge amount of VAT added to it. So forget post as an option. So take everything you need with you. And especially if this comes to medication, make sure you have, if you're on medication, that you've got enough for the trip and playing the what if I get trapped or I get COVID and I can't leave for another 2 weeks or whatever it is. Take enough with you. And while we're on the topic of medication, I know everyone has filled in their personal details, but you would be amazed how many people arrive in Costa Rica and then tell our hosts that they've got some severe nut allergy or they've got these medical issues which we had no idea about. Please let us know before you go. Everything is probably able to be managed, but we just need to know so we can prepare and look after you accordingly. So no surprises there, please. Wi-Fi, I mentioned the Wi-Fi. Anyway, there's Wi-Fi sporadic. In all the hostels, there is Wi-Fi, and I would just rely on that. I wouldn't bother getting a local SIM card because when you're out and about, you won't be using your phone at all because you're going to be busy looking out, not in. And then when you're at Chris's house, there's Wi-Fi there, so it's very easy to get hold of. One top tip is if you've booked your flights through Trail Finders, is you need to tell Trail Finders. So kids, what am I saying that? Leapers. If you, could you email Trail Finders giving permission for your parents to alter your flights before you go? Don't ask, we've just had an issue with this with everyone's, what is it called, personal data. Oh, so frustrating. So if you just do that as just a bit of the admin before you go, then if we need to make changes to your flight while you are away, parents can do that with ease. More admin. Remember your INS and your battle face. The INS needs to be in line with your flight in and your flight out of Costa Rica. Your battle face in line with your flight in and your flight out of Mexico. Okay? Very, very simple. The last bit is you get a QR code. Now I'm going to send you the details for that 2 days before because you can't get it until 24 hours before you go. So I will send you the details for that. And that's your last bit of admin. Oh, apart from your PCR test, which you need to get through. Can't remember who you're flying with. Are they flying with Air France? You are flying with Air France, so it's to get through Paris, the 72-hour window. I think that is all. Oh, Zoe's just given me these. Some points from the last trip on the kit list. Oh, I love this. This is from the last group. Advice to the next group. No white t-shirts. They get sweaty, dirty, and show all the sun cream. So don't take anything white. Bring packing cubes as there's no storage. Travel wash to wash your underwear. And you only need one pair of trousers. Okay, interesting. God, do you really? Well, let me tell you, you definitely need trousers when you're in the cloud forest, especially at night because it can get chilly. And then I always think you need trousers, you know, those thin trousers. When I'm in Costa Rica, wear them every night just to keep the bugs and mozzies off my legs. But I could be old and not really very with it. So you run with that. Tell them of the bars and the curfew places to avoid. I've done that. Avoid the Laura bar, please, don't go there. And the curfews, we will know more when they're there. Okay, team, so that's it from me. We are here between, as you know, the whole time. And any questions, just ask away, but have a fantastic time and you will love it.